नमस्कार, मैं ज्योति शर्मा और अभी मैं मौजूद हूँ IVPA इवेंट में, जिसका आज दूसरा दिन है। तो मैं आपको बता दूं कि इस राउंड टेबल में जो है आज ऑयल और फूड सेक्टर से कई इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट मौजूद रहे हैं। तो चलिए मैं आपको उनसे मिलवाती हूँ और उन्हीं से जानते हैं उनकी इसके ऊपर क्या राय है।
खाद्य उत्पादक जो भी पार्टनर्स हैं उनका एक स्ट्रॉन्ग एसोसिएशन IVPA के अंदर है। खाद्य तेलों में भारत को आत्मनिर्भर बनाने के लिए, चाहे वो किसान हैं, चाहे उसको प्रोसेसिंग करने वाले लोग हैं, या जो कंज्यूमर्स हैं, तीनों का हित जिससे सधे उस तरह की पूरी पॉलिसीज के ऊपर काम करना और राष्ट्र हित, किसानों का हित, जो इंडस्ट्रीज हैं उनका हित, इन सब को ध्यान में रख करके जिस तरह से IVPA काम कर रहा है वो काबिल तारीफ है।
We had a great successful day today as IVPA Global Roundtable at the Rate 2.0 conference. After resounding success at Hyderabad, we have held this event by involving all the global leaders and the Indian leaders and discussing various topics pertaining to starting with policy, global macro influencing factors, then about sustainability, then we just had about towards self-sufficiency, what are the actions to be taken. We involved farmers from Northeast, our sustainability partners, and also we spoke with the oil palm plantation companies here, and we had a very interesting discussion and debate by bringing focus about the topic of self-sufficiency to all the stakeholders across the value chain. We also engaging, as you can see, there were a lot of policy makers also participating, because there is a common interest to see this sector growing in a balanced manner, that is the right price to the farmers, a growing domestic cultivation, and a right price to the farmers.
We from Malaysian Palm Oil Council, we've signed an MOU with them last year. We also have a tripartite MOU between MPOCC, MPOC and IVPA, and this year IVPA signed an MOU with MPOB. So that clearly shows Malaysia's interest in our biggest market, Indian region, and our commitment to collaborate and coordinate with big association, premier, credible association like IVPA. So I would like to say congratulations, big thanks.
IVPA event is this is one of the most valuable, meaningful space for market participants to come and get themselves updated on what's happening in the market, main price drivers, fundamentals, macro market outlook. It's an excellent place to hear from the speakers, to engage with other market participants to understand.
It's been really fulfilling to meet different players and senior stakeholders in the value chain. It's also a good place for market participants to learn about what's happening in India. And also congratulations on the establishment of the World Vegetable Oil Day on the 4th of August.
I would say has reinvented itself. It has now become the most relevant voice of the oil industry and focused really on the oilseed development. Its proposal of dynamic import duties which will protect the farmer and consumer at the same time, fulfilling the objectives of the industry and the government.
The best takeaways for this 2.0 global event for me is the recognition of the event and IVPA by the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, and the proposal to declare 4th August as the Global Veg Oil Day. I think this Global Veg Oil Day will be celebrated every year by all stakeholders of the industry.
It was a great event that was followed by many of the industry partners, players, both from the suppliers as well as consumer side, refiners, crushers. So it was great to see an amazing amount of participation. A wide variety of knowledge was shared in respect to both on the supply side as well as on the demand side, the factors that are affecting both sides.
It's also a great event where we get to network with the people, the who's who of Indian edible oil market, discussing with them about the markets, about how the collaborations can be done, like the one Thailand and IVPA signed an MOU, Malaysian Palm Oil Board and IVPA signed an MOU. These are the collaborations which will take the Indian edible oil industry into further growth areas.
This was my first time at an IVPA event, and it was an eye-opener. It was really inspiring to see the intellectual capital that is there in the industry and that to be displayed the way it was. I think I've also come to learn and appreciate that forums such as these, which are organized by IVPA, are extremely important because it brings together the industry and the government to discuss various critical issues, from regulatory implications to inflation to policy.
This event is very successful and going very well. Very good delegates and good speakers. We learn a lot from this event.
हिंदुस्तान में करीब 70% जो तेल है वो आयात, और भारत सरकार को एडिबल ऑयल इकोनॉमी पे ध्यान देना बहुत जरूरी है, और उसी के साथ साथ जो हमारे इंडस्ट्रीज हैं, कंज्यूमर्स को जो अच्छा प्रोडक्ट चाहिए, जो प्योर एडिबल ऑयल चाहिए, क्योंकि भारत की किचन में एडिबल ऑयल इज एसेंशियल कमोडिटी, इसके बगैर कोई हिंदुस्तान की किचन नहीं चलती है। तो इसीलिए ये जो इवेंट है, जो ये डिस्कशन है, ये बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। किस तरह से बाजार बदल रहे हैं, कंज्यूमर बदल रहे हैं, कानून बदल रहे हैं, पॉलिसीज बदल रही हैं, इन सब को जानना बहुत जरूरी है।
India being the president of the G20 this year, we are holding the presidency. The government of India, under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, has taken a big initiative to ensure that all-round development in the region. Atmanirbhar Bharat, this is being the Amrit Kal, also we call it Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, as we say, one family, one world, one future. So with this objective, I'm sure the growth for the industry, particularly in the oil seed and edible oil industry, is going to be a seamless growth.
Believe that palm oil is a very key ingredient, raw material for us. We use it not only extensively in our food products, but also in our personal care products in terms of palm fatty acid distillate, stearin. For India as a whole, and when we serve the Indian consumer, edible oils and the use of edible oils in all food products is of great importance. And I'm delighted that through these bodies and conferences, we have been able to reach out to the government, and the government's initiatives in terms of Atmanirbharta, I think that is going to bear fruit. It is not a great matter of pride that today almost 55% of the edible oil which is coming into India continues to be imported.
A lot of takeaways from this event, particularly for me, when it comes to policy ramifications and how do we look at this overall industry as a whole, in terms of the timing of the event. It is I think in the environment that we are living in with respect to the amount of volatility that we are dealing with, and the positioning of India in the global markets with respect to demand center that we are and the supply center that we are, it sort of is quite apt in terms of doing these kind of deliberations.
तो जैसा कि देखा आपने कि इस इवेंट में कई जाने माने इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट मौजूद रहे, उन्होंने अपनी बात रखी कि किस तरीके से जो है कंज्यूमर्स को जो है सही प्रोडक्ट उनको दिया जाए एक सही दाम पर। तो कृषि जागरण आपके लिए ऐसी वीडियोस लेकर आता रहेगा, तब तक के लिए देखते रहिए कृषि जागरण। धन्यवाद।